let me introduce you to Aperture. It's your financial control system for AI agents. So when zero trust powers safe agent control. So why do we need this? Because AI agents need permissions. Without controls, agents have unlimited wallet access at multiple locations and instances if not used correctly. So here I am introducing the permission layer on the X402 stacks, which gives controls pending. So the challenges that I have encountered personally as well is that while giving access to an N8N agent or an AI agent or a Claude bot, a lot of times it overshoots to a certain degree. For example, I left my wallet access open to an N8N agent overnight, and it continuously started fetching APIs for 24 hours. Now I am drained of $500. This is a core challenge which we face with most AI agents because AI agents work autonomously on their own. You could ask that doesn't N10 agents have a rate limiter? Well, yes, they do, but sometimes you have to pay extra for that. Or but there are other AI agents like Claudebot or even a custom Python script or a custom AI model where you would not be able to track that on your own that easily. And even with a rate limiter built into N10 agents, for example, you have a company of 50 people. Yeah, you're the CEO, you have a company of 50 people. Are you going to go to each and everyone's device and N8N workflow and install a rate limiter and observe all of that on your dashboard, create an entire ecosystem for that, or use Aperture over here? Now you would ask me, how does this work and how does policy-based control work? So here we set limits weekly or per transaction. We have service approvals. We have an audit trail as well, so that we know that what's going on. So how it works? It's like when an AI agent calls a proxy layer, our agent in the proxy will fetch the information, pass it on to our dashboard, and also validate the check and do the API call and transact the fee accordingly. But here it's not limiting, it's just observing as well as making sure that whatever works very smoothly and transparently with a decentralized control chain. So, who needs this? A startup, an agency, an enterprise, a DAO, AI labs, Web3 builders, Web3 companies. So many uses to it. A traditional approach, as I said earlier, like rate limits in workflow code, API keys can be shared or rotated, no centralized visibility, developers can modify workflows. But with the X402 approach, with our approach in Aperture, limits in the wallet itself, cryptographic identity tied to spending, real-time company dashboard, and economic layer enforcement is available. So start controlling your own AI agents. How do we do that? So this right here, I've already connected my wallet as you can see over here. This wallet is the Ledger wallet that I've connected over here previously. I've used a bunch of testnet tokens and imported them. We could see in the recent transaction that about an hour ago I have made transactions onto this wallet with this wallet. Okay, so it's a dashboard monitoring your transactions. Well, yes and no, because here you can pause your wallet. You can pause the agent that controls your wallet. You can unpause the wallet that controls your agent. You can revoke the agent as well. Once this is done, the operation will not proceed for your API calls. For example, this is an emergency control system. You've left your operations overnight. You come to your desk in the morning, you see that you've been drained $500. You immediately keep a pause or revoke the agent until the problem is solved. And at least you save onto the money that you're going to spend a lot later. Now, this is the policies section where we can add a rate limit to our personal wallet. We can add a limit. We can have a per transaction limit onto the STX token and the SBTC token. Both. Your policy proxy URL is over here, and the approved services also. So for example, if you do not want a Google Cloud API, but your AI just automatically is like, I want an API from here, but the API is very expensive, or maybe from X.com, it's $5,000. If the AI acts autonomously without an approval of the services, you are down $5,000 now. My main use case over here is where I find is with companies. So this is the company dashboard, and these are all the employees that I have. This is me, this is the owner, and these are the employees that I have over here. Now, how do I have these employees? With these agents that I can create. This is me, the owner, with my address. I can create an agent. For example, it's a junior developer, we set a limit of say 0. A junior developer would not need a lot. We have a 0.005 maximum transactional limit. Okay, we create an agent. Now we have the agent, we have their mnemonic web phrase. We also can view them on the Explorer as well on Hero as a test net. And yes, so of course, this is something that is to be very much private, but for the demo plus purposes, you can have a look. Yes. So we could also create 5 agents all at once with different limits as well. This is one of the key features. You have 50 employees. You cannot go and create each employee individually, but I can create 5 different employees. Now let's take an example of the wallet address we created very recently. Now I can go to my N10 agent. I could set the proxy to my wallet address. This is the proxy URL as we had seen over here in the policies. And it's very simple. So very simple setup. We execute the step. We can see over here. We execute the workflow. This is our API. Our model works, and if we go to the company section, we'll be able to see someone spending. Oh, they've used 100%. Oh no, they use 0.001001%. Limit reached. That was the maximum limit we set, and that was the maximum limit they reached. No transactions beyond this would work. 1:18 a.m. you can see that this is a real use case, a real app, a real DApp, not an AI slop, not an AI wrapper. It is something that I have created. It is useful, and there is a session management page as well where you can batch multiple payments with a shared budget together as well. For example, I could create budget of 5 STX. Now here, me and my friends could share on a particular budget so that we can work together. We have an audit log as well to check that what are the transactions that have been placed, what are the transactions that have been approved. For example, the final transaction, the transaction that I made went over the rate limit, so it's not shown over here at all. Since it went over the rate limit, it was not operational. So this is it, my friends. Uh, the entire app, the homepage, everything's built, and I hope to progress with this app a lot further. We could add a bunch of more features. We could add more security layers, of course. So with the proper guidance, with proper people around me, I think this project is something that can be successful to a wide venture of people, and it will take the STX blockchain a lot ahead into the use cases of real companies, real professional, real enterprises, and real hedge funds. A lot of people. Thank you.